Let's try that. Hey guys, Cece here. I wanted to talk with you guys tonight really quickly about something that's been on my mind. Um, my question for you is, do you ever kind of feel like a failure, right? Like your life or your business just isn't kind of where you want to be, right? Do you ever think of that? So tonight, I wanted to talk with you guys briefly about reimagining failure and failing forward to become the success that you really want to be. So if you're anything like me, you've probably imagined how your life would become, right? Like who you would be and what it would look like, and it was sort of grand and amazing, right? For me, I remember sort of vividly what it was like to graduate from college, right? The first time. If you guys know me, you probably know I love school and I just keep going back, right? But the very first time I graduated, I got my bachelor's degree in social work from Baylor, and I had a really small cohort of other folks who were graduating with me, and we all had really big dreams, right? We had this idea that not only could we, but we were like really sure, right? We'd gotten these tools, we'd gotten this degree. We were sure we were going to go out into the world and make a huge splash. We were going to go out there and we were going to change the world. We were going to make this great big impact. And after just graduating with my bachelor's, I was like, okay, I'm this young 20 something. Surely by the time I hit 30, I am going to be, making this crazy impact, right? By the time I'm 30, I have helped so many people and I have changed the world in such a positive way, right? I had this big dream of where my life was going to go, right? And so 30 came and went, right? 30 came and went, and my life was not anything like I thought it would be. Hey, Tina, thanks for joining. Right? My life was nowhere near to where I thought it would be. I started my career in domestic violence, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to be this policy advocate. I'm going to be doing all this great community work. And my career pivoted so many times. I went into working with the working poor at one point. I somehow ended up doing inpatient psychiatric care, which was never on my agenda. And then I ended my traditional career in insurance, of all places, right? Working by the telephone in a call center, right? Cece at 22, just graduated from Baylor, would look at Cece at 30 or Cece where I'm at now, and I would say, girl, you failed. You didn't make the impact. You didn't do the work. You didn't become who I thought you were going to be, right? And so I spent the last weekend at a conference, right? And this thing was called the No Excuses Summit, right? And so we had people who were very, very successful in their careers, 6, 7, 8-figure earners, sharing with us business tips and strategies and tactics to help us become our own version of success, right? And if you think of the name of it, No Excuses Summit, like you can tell these people were about that life, right? They weren't going to make any excuse. They were going to be successful. They were going to do what it took, right? And I think sometimes we think of people who are very successful and we sort of imagine this life where success is this like upward motion thing. It's just very smooth and easy, right? But the one thing that really stood out for me was that no matter who came up on that stage, no matter who shared their story, they all experienced adversity. They all experienced struggles. Some of them failed harder than I hope I ever have to fail, right? I saw all sorts of pain that they had to experience to get to where they are, right? And so sometimes when we think about the things that people are going through and the things that people are experiencing, we see this sort of end result. We see these people who are successful and we think, well, they don't have to go through the things that I've had to go through, right? Sometimes we see those things. Hey, Jojo. Hey, Dinah. Thanks, guys, for coming on tonight, right? But what I learned from these incredible speakers was that you're going to fail, right? You're going to fail. It's what happens next that really makes the impact, right? You can fail forward. You can push yourself forward, right? So what does that mean, right? I'm talking about failing, but failures that move us toward our goals. So some of you guys know this about me. Right now, I'm taking what's we've deemed the 7-day positivity challenge. I don't know if you guys know all the details, so I'll just kind of tell you what that looks like. So for 7 days, we have this incredible instructor who's put this course together for us. And every morning he shares some tips. And we're supposed to go out into this world and we're supposed to just thrive off positive thoughts, right? Here's the reality. Negative thoughts are going to pop up, right? Our brains go and go and go and go. But using the tools that we're given, we're supposed to be able to redirect those thoughts and so that we can get 7 consecutive days of positivity, right? So do you think that I've had to restart? Do you think I've had to restart? Right? I've restarted twice on day 5. And I'm going to tell you guys, the first time, day 5, felt like complete and total failure. It felt like complete and total failure, right? So, I shared with the folks who were doing the challenge with me the story of what took me out. It's hilarious now. Like after the day, I could laugh at the whole situation. But on that day, I felt like a complete and total failure. Tina says she's finally gotten through day 1 yesterday. I'm celebrating with you, Tina, because it's huge. It's huge, right? Congratulations on that. Right. I had to restart again this morning. I had to travel back from Las Vegas and airports and me don't work well. I think I've shared some stories about that with some of you guys before. Me and airports are not the best situation, right? But what I've come to learn, what I've come to understand from doing this challenge is that, and from the speakers at this summit, is that, success is not a destination. It's not some endpoint that you get to, right? It's just not, right? It's this entire process. I had this idea going into this challenge that I wanted to complete 7 days of positivity, right? 7 days of positivity is not my goal. That's not success. Success to me is to be able to live my life, right, in a positive way, in a way that when life happens, because the reality is that life is going to happen. That sucker's not stopping, right? When things come my way, I have the tools and I have the ability to continue to be positive. That's the end goal. That's the success. It's not it's not being able to say, hey, 7 days I was positive and then I moved on with my life and now, I deal with life the way I used to, right? But it takes the action of failing forward to know that I'm not going to be perfect, right? That I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail at these challenges, but as long as I'm failing forward, as long as I'm taking steps that move me towards my own goal, right, I'm on the right track. So that's what my message for you guys today is. My message for you guys today is to get comfortable with a little bit of failure, right? But reimagine that failure. Reimagine that failure as failing forward, right? Because failing forward is going to get you so much farther than failing and quitting ever could. So that's what I have for you guys today. Dinah says that she is on her 3rd day. No, she's on her 3rd go. 3rd go? That's great. Look, I think I might be on my 5th restart now. I don't know. I might be on like my 5th restart. I have no idea. But I'm going to get through it. And I am using those tools that we are learning repeatedly. And they help in lots of other ways. So I think that the challenge has been absolutely incredible. I am so proud of everybody who's doing it with us. And if you want to join along, if you want more information, feel free to shoot me a message. But that's what I have for you guys tonight. I don't typically go live on my personal page, but I thought that a soul chat with some of you guys would be fun as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will chat with you later. Ciao.